Are you listing homes at a high level in the early stages of your career? I'm here with my good friend, an amazing real estate agent, Matt Brown, and Matt is doing something that every agent wants to do, and that's list properties at a high level, and he's doing it in his first year in real estate so far since linking up with our team maybe 4 or 5 months ago. He's got 3 listings that he's secured, and this is more than most people list in the entire year. So what's been working for you there? Because I know they've all come from different places, and I also know there's a common thread.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, Tom, like a lot of it is one, the coaching that we get here. I definitely.
You're very kind.
Well, I mean, you have to take what you get as far as like the education, and not only bringing it in, but putting it into action. I mean, the biggest thing that you always say is putting it into action, and a lot of it was just building trust with clients. So 2 of my listings come from the same source in a way. One client was a buy that I ended up purchasing a home with them, knowing that they had a home to sell. I built that trust and connection with them during the buy side, which allowed me to circle back for the listing and secured the listing. With that, I also, not only did I get their listing, and they trusted me so much that now I'm also listing their father's house as well. So that allowed me, everything that I did on the buy side allowed me to bridge the gap with them for them to trust me to list their home as well.
Love that. So what about the other listing?
So the other listing was also a buy client that I was working with. Had one meeting with them, and then their plans kind of changed. They ended up deciding not to stay within the state. They're actually moving down south.
A lot of people doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame them. I wish I could. So yeah, they're moving down to down south. So in the meantime, I connected with them knowing that they had a house to sell up here, pivoted my strategy from the buy stuff and then turned it around to the listing, ended up securing the listing as well.
So what I'm hearing here is that you have a plan when you meet with someone for the first time. And are you showing up like this is an interview, or like what's your mindset walking into that first meeting with any client?
Yeah, so every time I meet with a new client, I have the same mindset of it is an interview. They should be looking at multiple different people, and I want to make sure that I'm the one that wins out. So I come prepared. I wear a suit and a tie. That's one of the big things. I come up with all the stats and try to have that pre-interview conversation with where their criteria is. What are they looking for? So this allows me to go in educated, allows me to educate them based on whatever stats are in the area, comp, stuff like that. I show up prepared. And then once I get into there, I start chatting with them about what their wants and needs are, really listening to what they want. And that allows me to build that trust and rapport for them to know that I'm going to do exactly what they need to do.
So let's unpack this here, because this is really good. You show up with an interview mindset. You show up dressed for success, dressed for an interview, suited and booted. You're prepared, right? And I think lack of prep is a big problem in the real estate industry. Most people just want to show up and sell the home. And then you're earning trust by continued follow-up actions where it sounds like, and I know this is the case, you're doing what you say you will, when you say you will.
Yeah, and as soon as I set a time, I call them and I say, hey, I'm calling you back like I said I would.
Yep.
Or I'm getting in touch with you like I said I would. So one, they know that I'm doing exact. Not only am I following up at the time that I am, but they also know
You're
that
reminding them.
I'm reminding them, correct.
So, and there's a lot there, and you're also pre-qualifying everyone, which is another miss I see a lot of it. They just show up for the appointment, they don't really know what they're walking into, and then that creates more lack of preparedness because you don't know all the details so you can best service the client. So for the people watching here, I mean, everyone wants more listings. You're doing it. It's been super impressive. What advice do you have for them if they haven't had success on the list side yet? They want to get more listings, because this should be the focus of every agent in my view.
Yeah, and to be honest, I see every client as a potential. If I know that they have a home, they're a potential list client. And not only am I working on one, knowing what their goal is at the time, but also with it in the back of my mind, knowing that, hey, I have a second opportunity here. And that's what after I get their main goal accomplished, I pivot back around and then try to get my goal accomplished.
Love it. Well, and that service mindset, that's what wins, because people can tell, like, it's okay to be compensated for helping people. And that's what we do. That's why we have careers in this business. So that's okay, but you've got to have confidence you're going to do the right thing for them, and then also have that long-term mindset. It's not like, oh, hey, I can't do a deal with this person in 30 days. They got a home to sell. Yeah. They're talking about moving. This is someone I need to be engaging with.
Yeah.
Love that. So I hope you took a lot of notes on this episode. There's a lot to unpack here. We're going to put Matt's information all up at the bottom if you want to reach out to him. Great stuff, my friend. Way to kick ass.
Perfect. Thanks, Tom.